Hello, welcome to another episode of A Ghost in the Magazine. I'm Steph.
And I'm Elle.
And I'm Gingerdead Matt.
Okay, so this week's movie is Gingerdead Man versus the Evil Bong, and they hated it.
Oh, we're on the same page. All right, I'm good.
Yep, absolutely hated it. This was not a movie.
That's what he said.
No, what? It's exactly what I said.
And there's no story. It's like the flashbacks that we had in Bad Channels, but like at least in Bad Channels there was at least a little bit of a story to weave the flashbacks together.
This was a bridge, and honestly, you don't have to and shouldn't watch any of the other movies that were flashbacked because it gives you the entire story, basically.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
There's also like no outcome. Like you mentioned, there's no
No.
story. There's like
That
nothing
pissed me off.
happens
no
at
arc.
the end.
No.
Yeah.
It's garbage. I'm sorry. I don't like to be negative and like not have anything to say about it, but I was mad I wasted my time watching this one. Because it wasn't even funny. That's the thing about it. It's like at least have some humor, because it was just all the stupidest shit that I've ever heard without even edging towards being funny at all.
I will say that I did appreciate the one of the three girls with the natural breasts that looked like 1990s Brandy.
Yes. Okay. I'm just sitting here wondering what's wrong with me that I actually chuckled a couple of times and I was not mad and I
What?
just yeah. And I was
How?
you judging me?
She was looking at something on her phone at the time.
Were you
Made her
really
smile.
high, Steph?
Oh, I watched it this morning.
What?
But I was hungover, sipping coffee, like the living dead. So I don't know if like me
I
not
mean, you had a better morning than me because I watched fucking Argento's Dracula this morning, and that never ends. So,
Nope. So I watched that one first because I knew this one was I like a good mindless movie sometimes. I can agree with you though that this was not like a those movies that they use just for bridges to another movie. It felt like that with a bunch of flashbacks in it and with the zero resolution. And also, this guy's voice wasn't Gary Busey. That's illegal.
No, it wasn't Busey. Yeah, and also that's
close.
one thing that I was very disappointed about. I don't know anything about these movies, but also like the fact that that dude, like the main guy, just like the writers or whatever, I don't know, maybe I don't know if this movie was written, was just stealing from I Love You Man, like all the Lindsay bro hands and shit like that. It's stupid.
He's a douche bro. He's like the only one that's left. So there's him, and then there's the little eye patch guy string, and then
The Don.
the freaking yeah. He doesn't even need the eye patch, but I thought he was funny. It's sad that he got murdered because they could have left that shit in the bakery. They didn't have to kill him. That felt okay, all of it's kind of garbage. But you know one thing that they had an abundance of in this movie? Titties.
Titties.
Titties, yeah. There were a lot of titties. That was nice.
I'm an 80s kid. I'm on board for that. So, but like give me something wrapped around it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But instead they gave you a wall of boobies, and if you squeeze them, girls giggle. That's what they gave. And so I feel like they put a lot of work into the booby wall. So like
The booby wall, yeah.
Props for the booby wall. And I thought this would be a really, really fun smoking game watching this movie. Every time you see a pair of titties, you have to take a fat ass bong rip. And
at least it's not at least it wasn't every single time you laugh, because you'd never get to smoke.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Can I read the description? It's described as coarse, menacing, and thrilling.
Where?
I don't get any of those.
Mm-mm.
And,
I mean, the evil Bong EB, she talked mad shit, and they kept calling her a nasty bitch. So I feel like maybe that's where the menacing came from. She called him a cracker. She said a lot.
That's normal. That's regular. There's nothing
Hilarious.
wrong with that. I call myself a cracker like 5 times a day. Not menacing.
have either of you seen Deadwood? Just made me think of E.B. Farnham, one of my favorite characters from Deadwood.
Mm.
Oh, are
This
they
isn't a bit. This is real.
talking wrong?
No, no.
Oh,
Listen to this featured review on IMDb Trivia. The meaning of guilty pleasure, 5 out of 10 stars. The first thing you ask yourself, and watching a movie titled Gingerdead Man versus Evil Bong, are you able to switch off your brain and embrace some mildly entertaining, low-budget lunacy from the good folks at Full Moon? And when I saw the Full Moon logo, I was on board, but I quickly jumped ship. The titular characters from the Gingerdead Man and Evil Bong series meet in a movie which should, at the very least, satisfy fans of either franchise. This goes on for probably another 3 paragraphs. I'm not going to finish it.
We could have used the nerd from Evil Bong more, maybe. The
he was
nerd would have
just in there
spiced
for
it up.
a blip, and
Yeah.
something they talk about him. They said something bad happened to him, like he invented a space toilet or something, and there was a debacle. But I don't know what
I
exactly.
mean,
I want to hear more about that.
respect that. Yeah. I mean, we could have gone some interesting ways. We just chose not to. We chose to have a bunch of corny jokes and like just the worst writing I've ever fucking seen in a movie, I think.
They really needed help in this movie, and you know how I know that they really needed help, even though I have the special ability to turn off my brain when I watch stuff like this.
I do too. Fuck, I like fucking subspecies. I don't have an excuse. I'm an idiot, and I still didn't like this.
That's okay. You're entitled to that. I gave you that. That's perfectly fine, because I bet there's just a small handful of people who are like, this is all right. I don't think that this was okay. Never mind. I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. I haven't seen Bad Moon in a while, so I can't.
This is sub Bad Moon in my book. Like, I would rather watch Horny Werewolf Homeward Bound than watch this again.
Well, I'm not gonna watch it again. But they brought in Hambo, the clown, and his Ooga Booga doll. So that's when I was like, all right, we didn't have to do that, because obviously they didn't get enough plays with Ooga Booga for very good reason, because it's super racist. And then the Asian couple comes in with the steering wheel.
Yes.
They
Speaking
made
of super racist.
literally they made Hambo made them. That's why he was taking pictures in the Ooga Booga movie. That was another pair of his dolls. The super racist, stereotypical Asian people. That movie is hot fucking garbage.
For all of that, like all of the racism and casual misogyny in this movie, like at least be funny. Like if you're gonna be edgy, be funny. But it was not funny.
Not like
they could have gone a little edgier. I think they could have had that rabbit character stick his dick in that Bong's mouth.
I would have laughed at that.
Is that Adam Driver behind you?
Yes.
Yes.
He's still there. That's Lasher. That's
left-
who should be Lasher if the universe was
Adam
fair.
Driver.
My daughter, she named one of our chickens Kylo Hen.
Your daughter
That's
is
a great name. Your daughter's a genius.
the most precious human being
And
in the world.
Princess Leia Egg as well.
Aww. I love it.
Yeah, there you go. It's chicken corner for you.
Wow, she's a super nipples and chicken. Oh, he doesn't
Nipples
have
and chicken. He does. You know.
Are Adam's nipples showing? Almost.
No, they're just like below, but you know,
We'll count
it's
it. We'll count it.
borderline nipples and chicken. Yeah.
Nipples
you
and
know?
chicken with the girls.
This
and
is better content than the Gingerdead Man versus the Evil Bong. So
Okay.
yeah,
I'm shielding my nipples with something fantastic.
freaking nice.
okay.
I
Right.
I wish I was, but I am not. I have questions. Why is this bitch from the bakery such a hoe? I'm not slut shaming, but like, hello. She immediately turned on the flirty voice with Larnell, and Larnell was killing me because I know a guy like him. He reminds me of my friend Juicy, who I worked with at the dispensary.
What a surprise.
I was like, yeah, he's giving Juicy, but like he definitely was in a relationship with the lady from the forest, right? With the Poontang tribe. Hello, the Poontang tribe. That's just an excuse to put more titties in the movie.
Very original. What was with that one guy who was fucking getting off at the bakery?
The bakery weirdo. He's like, reach for that cookie, and he was like, it was getting him excited, and I'm confused, and I don't understand. There was glass separating them, so I don't understand.
Maybe it's just the thought of illicit bakery touching that gets him off. He's real niche fetish for him.
This is making me want to stay away from baked goods forever. Like I don't think since I watched the first Gingerdead Man that I've been able to eat a gingerbread man cookie because it might smile at me. And did you hear when Evie called him gingivitis man? I was like, valid.
Okay,
Valid.
that would have been a good one. I didn't
See?
catch that one. So maybe there was like a nugget or two of like, good rips there, but I just like
Okay.
I was
And
so
One that-
turned off that
what's
One
what
that falls short is oh, if that woman hadn't done this to me, I'd spray custard all over all three of your faces.
I missed it. I missed that. Set the scene.
Right.
that
at the
was in the
beginning.
beginning.
Oh.
Yeah. But instead he has flour instead of custard. Ugh.
That's disgusting. Okay, speaking of flour, when these bakery hoes, like as soon as the boss is gone and they're like, let's do it. And she takes her clothes off and he sprinkles flour on the table. What are you doing? You can't do that.
He was looking for the wet
OSHA
spot.
violation.
Disgusting.
He gets his head turned into a canoe.
Yeah, he does. He does. I'm confused. I don't know why he like had to kill them. In my opinion, it's wasting time. Just go after the one,
He
the
even
one
mentions it's like a consolation prize.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another line, and it's giving Butcher Baker. Larnell said he's not.
He's not in here. If the Butcher Baker was here.
I know, but this was very like Butcher Baker energy.
Okay.
He said, I'm about to do some Jean-Claude Van damage, and then he kicks the fucking cookie through the hole.
No, I remember that line and I remember cringing and then being like, okay, that would have been funny if it had been like couched in some more actual funny stuff.
I just thought it was funny that he kicked the cookie because this is my complaint in like every Chucky movie. Kick him in the fucking face and then duct tape his arms together. Like you're fine. You're fine. You're freaking
It's a fucking cookie.
right. You're freaking out over a cookie. You're freaking out over a doll. Like kick it. So I was like, ooh, okay. He did a thing.
It's got to
What
crumble
happened if you
somehow.
eat them?
Oh, we know what happens if you eat them.
Well, fucking do
The
it.
Butcher Baker. The Butcher Baker did that.
Turn into a zombie.
What's that?
A cookie zombie.
He was a zombie.
Is that from is that a previous movie in this
That's from the
franchise?
original.
Yes. The OG Gingerdead Man. That's why like I came in with elevated expectations because the OG Gingerdead Man was stupid as fuck, but it was a good time. It was funny.
Yeah.
So this one just failed me with that. I have to say though, Evil Bong wasn't super funny to me either. So
No, I mean I didn't have a bad time with that either. I don't know. I really not necessarily enjoy, but don't mind like shitty stoner humor. But I don't know. There was also like the weird tribunal of just desserts that were trying to like
okay.
sentence
That
him.
part I can respect, especially because the French one just said like wee and then like go fuck yourself or something. And
They said it's for being a dickhead and also tasting like shit.
Get these hula hoops off of me.
He was just floating in weird space and like, where did they come from?
right? Like
Looks
what does that
shit.
have to do
Looks
with
like shit.
anything?
And they're like, you taste like poop.
Yeah. And then they judge him guilty, but all right, just one more chance.
Yeah, and he's like, haha, suckers. Like, excuse me? No, put him in the garbage disposal. Be done with it. Grind up his soul. He's a
Is there a
cookie.
thing called
He's a fucking cookie.
twice baked cookies? How about that?
Hmm.
Throw him in that fucking fire with Freddy, and we're all set.
No, you gotta
Comes
grind
back,
it
he
up.
haunts your dreams.
Fire is gonna like make him even more like insufferable. I think he can survive being burnt. So I think the appropriate action is grind him up.
Why
Grind him
couldn't they
up.
get Jake Busey instead?
Maybe he said no, thank
Big
you. Maybe they tried.
fucking big toothed fucker.
Jeez. I mean,
He looks like I can't say it because it would be racist.
oh,
It would be about that Asian guy that they showed earlier.
well, they put big fake teeth in his mouth. Like
It's terrible. It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
that is not okay. One of the biggest lies told in this movie is when Rabbit comes in with that gingerbread cookie and Larnell loses his shit and he's like, that cookie looks delicious. That cookie looks really good. No, it doesn't. It's biblically
gross.
accurate. It looks
And the way that he was eating it was just
he's like, and it was so soft. That's not
yes.
okay. It's not right. The texture, I was like, ooh, no.
Yeah.
Do we care about the wrong things? No.
I don't think a neurotypical person would notice those things, but I was right there with you.
It's like falling down his face.
Okay, so the second logistical issue I had, all the weird cookie things aside, Sarah being so anti weed. Girl, shush, like relax. You're a grown up. And she's like, I don't know if I want my cookies to be associated with your. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. When people smoke, they get the munchies. You want them to eat your ugly cookies. Yes,
Absolutely.
you do. And then okay, first of all, the guy is trying out the product, and no shop is gonna just have that shit on deck, and they're not gonna let you talk about it not being a water pipe. You will get kicked to the curb. So Larnell is a fool. And then when they get inside the evil Bong place, which I'm mad is not a stripper world, like titty wall aside, I miss the evil stripper dungeon. Rabbit just rolls her up a present. This is her first time smoking, and she took a big old bong rip. She would be fucked up. And she's just casually like, well, since I'm in this weird, I don't know, like hell, I'm just gonna keep smoking. That's not real. I mean, we shouldn't be talking
I
about
have a question.
okay.
So, all right, she mentions it with her southern accent that fades in and out, whatever. She mentions that she wants to forget everything about being the sole survivor of this fucking massacre that you two obviously know about, and I have no idea. But like, is her way of like disassociating herself from that keeping fucking cookies of this monster in her fucking display case?
Why? Yeah. Why does it look like him?
Bitch is lying. That's why. She absolutely wants to be known. Oh, I hate when people bring it up. Try these cookies that look like the cookie that tried to murder me.
And if you don't want to remember something, what's better than fucking smoking, for Christ's sake? Like,
I'm saying.
seems like a problem solver there.
Yeah, when emotions are hard, what do? You smoke a little.
A lot going on in this movie, but nothing going on in this movie.
A lot, but nothing. I wanted to see more of String, the eye patch guy. He was the most entertaining character for me, and that's it.
I was waiting for a Brohannes Kepler reference.
I mean, God.
Boobzilla Unleashed was another one that I'm just gonna throw out there.
Boobzilla Unleashed. They said that.
Boobzilla Unleashed. Please. I also resent that they're trying to perpetuate the stereotype that stoners are greasy losers.
Zitty. How much sits on his face?
Sometimes stoners are highly functioning boss bitches, okay?
Period. I want to point out that I said I don't know if I'm in like the wrong, like I've never experienced this before. They're also saying that weed gets bitches, and I think that that is the opposite of true because bitches can get their own weed. This is not like it's 2023. Okay. I work in South Beach, and anytime I walk down the street, a man will lean over to me and say, I got some good weed for you, baby. I say no, thank you. But I'm just saying, if I wanted to, I could. I don't need you. I don't need y'all.
Okay. Well, disregard the packages I mailed you.
I will not. I had all these notes,
Lord's plant, as he says.
yeah,
right?
well,
God's
I
plant
mean,
or whatever.
that's true. Y'all really think that Jesus, as a man, wouldn't? It comes from the ground. He would.
Cool communist Jesus could hang. The other Jesus that all these idiots are on about, probably not.
No, that guy's a weirdo. He can't sit with us.
Raptor Jesus.
Raptor Jesus could hang. I bet he could.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there another movie after this? Like, is there another Gingerdead Man? Also, I did see in the Tubi thing that Ginger
2013
Man is a thing. So when I had said that, I was not confused. Ginger Weed Man, I don't know if it's part of the same franchise. I just happened to see it when I was exiting the Tubi app.
Okay, let me look at this.
I
couldn't exit the Tubi app fast enough.
Well, I fuck with Tubi. Tubi has the weirdest shit. I fuck with it so hard. Their horror catalog,
I love it.
unmatched. For free, I'll take the ad.
Franchise as well.
This was like the Full Moon's like third crossover, I think, too. I was reading. They had like Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys and some other one.
Yeah, we fuck with that one.
Those are good ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can get with all of this, like, Full Moon shit, like, but for some reason, Evil Bong is just...
She's nasty. She's a nasty bitch. That's why. Her mouth...
No!
Yes.
She's boring. She's not even that... She's not scary. It's not even that good of a special effect. The cookie looks better than the bong. The bong looks like somebody's bad, like, art project that they did. I'm sorry.
True. And they did it. I just realized that you set your name to Gingerdead Matt on Zoom.
I love it.
I keep forgetting to change mine back to Treasure Chest because that's the best line.
Treasure Chest.
Yeah, I feel like they made merch of her. They could have upped her, like they could have given her like a makeover, you know what I mean? If you're gonna go through the effort of tying her up and keeping her in a safe and have her talk cash money shit to everybody, give her a makeover. They threw in King Bong, and do you know I mean I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's this episode of American Dad with like a haunted jacuzzi, and it's voiced by CeeLo Green, and he like sings the most amazing fucked up songs. King Bong is like great value haunted jacuzzi.
Yes.
They can do without him. Scrap him. You know what I mean? Who the fuck are you? And don't put more titties in it. Put more jokes. Use the King Bong money to hire
hire some writers.
You could
hire a single writer,
teenager. You know what I mean? Like that would be better than what we got here. Hire somebody who's up chronically online, and they'll do it for you.
I listen to plenty of comedy podcasts that are made by chronically online people, but this is written by like a couple of 14-year-olds in a room, like eating a bunch of candy. There's no other way. Like they're not high. They're just eating candy and getting on a sugar rush, and then writing the stupidest shit they can think of.
I feel very confident that some shitty, really, really lame adults are capable of this, okay? I really, really do.
Here's the thing is no matter which group is doing it, they're guaranteed drinking Mountain Dew and saving up their Call of Duty points.
Yes, and holding their pee.
Yes.
And that goes straight to
And
your
probably eating Cheetos.
yeah,
Mountain Dew
and
Cheetos.
they're
That's
getting
what.
Cheeto finger dust all over everything. What a picture we just painted.
Writers.
So, and the ending,
What
the
ending?
ending.
They walk
Exactly.
holding hands. Like, bitch, are you crazy? And the Bong is like, Felicity's gonna fuck you up. And she's all in the drama. Like, what? How is that how is that the end? Y'all just left dead ass string on the floor. You just left him there. Nobody called 911. You're holding hands with someone who's not your girlfriend.
The bakery, they never revisit the bakery. The last line is, well, that's how the cookie crumbles.
Hurts.
It's just getting high.
It hurts so good. It hurts. I choose to end on gingivitis, man, and I'm gonna die on that.
Well, so. I will throw two things out there. I've been watching a lot of food-based horror movies lately, which completely by coincidence. Troll 2,
oh,
better
yeah.
movie than this. The Stuff, which people love. I'm gonna make you mad. Worse movie than this.
No, fuck you, Matt.
I mean, the guy with the
no way. No fucking way.
Oh,
I don't agree.
it is terrible. Terrible.
Well,
At least it has a plot.
It could have used Mo plot.
I can't.
You know, arguably, it's not a perfect movie, but this is not a movie, Matt. This is not a fucking movie.
Bridge. It's a shitty bridge.
Never said it was good. I'm on board with you that it is not a movie.
I just I can't. And there's 10 of these. I just looked it up. There are 10 of these fucking movies. These Evil Bong movies.
Is Gingerweed Man something else?
It looks like it. I see Evil Bong to 888 Infinity High, and then they have something. Then they have Gingerdead Man versus Evil Bong, and something called Halloween Night that is part of the Evil Bong series.
Gingerdead Man 888.
Infinity High, yes.
Oh, that's
Infinity
not right.
High.
That doesn't sit right with my spirit. That doesn't sit right with me.
Somebody looked up angel numbers. Somebody was on the internet.
Saying, don't fuck with me. Like, don't fucking do that.
But I think that we can all just agree that that picture of Adam Driver is fucking beautiful.
Yeah. He's a fucking majestic wildebeest.
The only thing that I have left to say isn't even about this movie. It's about Trolls 2, because the popcorn scene was phenomenal. So I'm just gonna slide that in there. That movie is so fucking dumb, crazy, stupid. But the popcorn scene had me rolling around on the floor. Okay, rolling around, and I only watched it because Matt suggested it. He did tell me it was bad, though. He's a good friend.
I'm gonna give this -5 chuds.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna piggyback on that. -5 chuds.
Give it. Nah, I'm gonna give it a chud.
A chud.
A half a chud. A half a chud.
The lower half.
Thought rabbit
with the chud dick.
The bottom half, not even the half with the titties. The
like
bottom.
that Futurama episode when he's like dating the mermaid and he's like, why couldn't the fish part be on the top and the woman part be on the bottom?
Gosh, this was so lovely. Any final thoughts?
No.
Besides the
I
chud.
have no thoughts.
Yeah, I don't either. I turned my brain off before we started. But in the meantime, you could follow this podcast on the interwebs at ghostinthemagazine.site or on Twitter at GITM Podcast. You can find me on Twitter at WitchXPudding.
You can find me at Nocturnical.
30-year-old joke time. You can find me watching a matinee with Paul Rubens. Bye.
No.
Okay, bye.
See you later.